The 5 biggest regrets retirees have, and they're not what you think. This is a pretty interesting article I'm going to go into because the article paints a different picture from what the regrets are, and I want to challenge this some. So I found this. I don't know. Someone sent it to you. I can't remember, but this is right here. A YouTuber. Get out of the way there, guy. A YouTuber asked Americans aged 70 to 80 what their biggest retirement regrets were and how many apply to you. So we're going to check out this guy's My Retired Life's YouTube channel. We're not going to watch his video, but I'll link to it. This guy right here. So this guy seems like a good guy. He's got my old school Miami Dolphins shirt on. So I don't like the Dolphins, of course, because I like the ladies. And if you like the Dolphins, you don't like the ladies. You know what I'm saying? But at least he's got the old school Dolphin logo with the Dolphin with a helmet, which is classic. The Dolphins need to get rid of their stupid freaking logos they got now. Go back to that. But anyway, this guy's name is My Retired Life. It's got 600,000 views on this thing, man. All right, so he asked. I had the chance to talk with my senior retirees and asked them what their biggest risks were. Here are the top 5. So obviously not scientific. I mean, I get it. And we got how many comments did we got? Man, he's got almost 600,000. Well, good for him. This guy got 1,815 comments. Man, crazy. Good for him. So My Retired Life. All right, dude. I don't know his name, but I like it. And he's even got a microphone, unlike your old buddy Josh. That guy's a professional. That does look pretty back there. One of those are orange trees. I just want oranges in my backyard. Can I get oranges in my backyard? All right, so anyway, so let's check this out. So we're going to go over here. I'll link to this guy's into the show notes here, and you should watch his video and subscribe to the channel for sure. All right, so let's go over here, and we're going to read this right here. Okay. So get out of the way, dude. I don't want you on there. All right, so right here. Regret 1. They wish they were retired earlier. All right, many retirees regret not retiring earlier, primarily because it allowed them to enjoy more of their retirement years in good health and with greater energy. I'm dealing with these people yesterday, legends in Indiana, and they just love their Indiana football team. Indiana football, come on. But anyway, they're 6-7-0, crazy. And the wife has a genetic condition, probably not going to be around as long as the husband. They're like, dude, we gotta enjoy it while we can. You know, they're only mid-50s. I said, dude, here's a deal. Isn't that Joe Biden? Here's a deal. I said, dude, if you guys keep working, every year you work is one less year you can spend with your wife, if you know what I'm saying. And I told the guy, assuming that you survive her, which is pretty likely. I said, look, man, men travel light, as I say all the time. Let's say, we'll call her Cindy, and that's not her name. Let's say Cindy dies and you're 82 years old. You're a widower, 82 years old. Man, what do you need? You need a couple dogs. You need some football and TV. You need the barbecue, the grill back there. You don't need much. Single men can travel light. You just don't. So enjoy your time with Cindy while you can. I cannot stress this enough. Now, obviously, if they're running out of money in 2 years, we don't want to do this. But they're not. They're going to be fine. And we did a couple things. We said basically increase your risk tolerance a little bit higher because they're pretty conservative now and they got a bunch of cash. Just, they've been married for high school sweethearts, same job, same house, driving a night, old cars, the whole thing, man. Same old story I hear with all this time. Same woman, same job, same house. Anyway, so I'm just like, dude, just freaking, you're not going anywhere. You're not moving. Your kids are and grandkids around. So just enjoy it while you can. You just don't know. And they're not going to run out of money. I mean, could they? Sure. But I said, take Social Security later. We'll call him Glenn. But I call her Cindy is her name. Glenn, her name's not Cindy. Off the top of my head, can't remember. But we'll call her Glenn. Say, Glenn, take Social Security later in case you die early. Then Cindy's got a better benefit off your record. And if you survive her significantly, you'll have a better benefit off your record. Invest your portfolio a little bit more aggressively. They're like a 20-80 now. I said, man, like a Wellesley type of portfolio, go like that, 40-60. And one other thing I said, if you reduce your expenses by $250 a month, something like that, I can't remember exactly what it was, it increases your odds from like 68 to 93 or something like that. So those 3 measures, pretty simple to do. All right, let's see, right here. This would kind of tick me off. They wish they spent more when they first retired. I'm telling you guys, I just want to show you what I'm working on here. Here's a Wellesley, 8% each year, 4%. We're going to start in 1971. All right, so I just want to show you this. But so if we take 8% each year, you can see it's just 8% of whatever the portfolio balance is, all right? And you can see that you're taking a lot the first year, twice what you are if you take the 4% rule. Now down here, the Wellesley is the 4% rule. You're taking more than what you are if you took 8% a year. All right, but here's the issue: you're leaving more money, significantly more money in the Wellesley if you only took 4% than if you took 8%. You're spending about the same. In fact, I just do this year over year over year. Some of these, let me show you right here. In 1975, if you retired in 1975 and took 4% a year from Wellesley, adjusted for inflation, you left $11 million downstream. If you took 8% a year, not even adjusted for inflation, it's 8% a year, whatever the portfolio value is, you only left $1.7 million. But you spent $500,000 more over your career, over your retirement than you did the other way. And you spent significantly more on the front end. It took until, when did it take? In fact, only the last year did you ever actually spend more on the 4% rule than you did the 8% a year in 1975. Now, if you go back to 1972, it's a little bit different. 1972, it took right there in year 7, 8, before you spent more of the 4% rule than you did with a 8% just on your portfolio. But again, you're leaving significantly more. Do you want to do that? I did a video on this the other day, and I'm not going to go into it again, but I tell you, man. But anyway, so these guys say, but recent data suggests seniors tend to wish they had saved, not spent more, reflecting America's broader problem with retirement savings. That's not what the data freaking says, YouTube, or whatever this, Yahoo. A recent survey by Lincoln Financial Group revealed that 62% would go back and change their post-career planning if they could, with 37% expressing concerns over the preparedness for retirement. This underscores a common regret of retirees who don't have the resources to fully enjoy the fruits of their labor during the most active years. That's not true. I mean, it could be, but that's a correlation that doesn't lead to necessary causation. I wish I would have saved more younger too, 100%, because the market's done better. I wish I would say, hey, don't pay down your mortgage, save more, 100%. That doesn't mean, though, I'm at risk of running out of money. It just means, man, if I could go back in time, I wish I would have done better doing this. There's a million other things I wish I'd done better. I wish I would have studied better in high school. I wish I would have freaking changed my underwear. There's a million things I wish I would have done. That doesn't mean I'm in dire straits now, freaking Yahoo. It just says, yeah. They're not saying that I got regrets of spending too much more. They're saying I wish I would have done things a little bit differently. You think? I wish I didn't drink Guinness as much. God, so freaking frustrating. They wish they took better care of their health. 100%, man. The National Council of Aging says nearly 80% of adults aged 60 and up have 2 or more chronic conditions, ailments that highlight the importance of staying active and prioritizing nutrition, or the ailments that show that, man, maybe getting out of your crappy little job that's stressing you out, putting on weight is worthwhile. Huh? Your job is stressing you out? I wonder if look, my wife's got a job. She got a job, and she stress her out. And it's taking away from her time to exercise. I was just thinking about this morning. It's just a fact. I exercise every day. My wife doesn't exercise every day because she gets home from work tired and stressed. And the last thing she wants to do is hit the gym. I guarantee you, a lot of you guys are just like that. And that's not good. And then on top of that, you eat crappy too. I'm telling you, man, stress-related jobs lead to less activity. And you're putting on weight and you're putting on freaking high blood pressure, not good. They wish they had taken up a hobby. This is something I think about all the time. I don't have I like to read, dude. That's my hobby. But you do get bored, not going to lie to you. And I talk to many people who are retired and say, I got more going on now than I ever had when I was working. I get it. But there are also men in particular, they don't have a hobby necessarily. I like sports. I like watching football. I don't bet because I'm not stupid. I don't gamble. But I like to read. But in of itself, I wish I had a different hobby than, I like to garden. But I'm not, I don't know. It's a minor hobby. But sometimes I wish I had, I used to play guitar a little bit. I was getting okay. I wish I still kept up with it. But wish I could learn the fiddle. Wish I could do this. Wish I could do that. The problem is the learning curve. As you get older, you're just like, oh man, I'm so old. I don't want to go back through it starting from a beginner. That's an issue. So I wish I had more hobbies. I like to read. I like to do YouTube videos. This is my hobby, man. I enjoy it immensely. And I wish I had more than that, though. So that's a big deal. I wish they had a hobby, 100%. Boredom and inactivity are also an increased risk of chronic health condition. One of the hobbies you want to avoid is being, oh my goodness, of politics. Oh, I got to share my thoughts on politics all the time. You don't want to be that crusty old guy who's got nothing to do with just freaking throwing tomatoes at Fox News or stupid MSNBC. Don't be that guy, dude. Don't be that guy. Just go for a walk. You know what I'm saying? All right. They wish they had traveled more. Not me, but traveling retirement offer, whatever. The latest Transamerica Center for says 36% of retirees reported their retirements are being spent in part on travel. Spending more time with family and friends pursuing hobbies came first of those surveys. Even if traveling far and wide is in the cards after 80, there are ways to explore more of the U.S. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I'd like to travel more in the United States, dude. I enjoy very much taking road trips. I enjoy minor league baseball. I enjoy minor league hockey. That'd be something I'd like to do too. So the 5 greatest things are: they wish they retired earlier. They wish they would have essentially saved more. That makes sense because, again, saving in this case is equating to retirement portfolio building. You could build up your portfolio if you just would have done it differently as opposed to being too conservative. I mean, think about it. If you're in the TSP and the last 20 years you've been in the G fund, I guarantee you got regrets that you weren't in the C fund. Guarantee. Chris Barfield talks about this all the time, about the millionaires in the C fund, in the TSP. And if you're in the G fund, you didn't accumulate that. You just didn't. So that's a huge regret for sure. I guarantee I have that regret. Look, I have a lot of money in cash just in case. I'm getting 5% now, but over the last, 3 to 4 years, I guess 3 years now. I don't know what the markets have done over 3 years, but let's just say it's up 30%. For every $100,000, I got, we'll just for simplicity say 10%. Yeah, we'll say I made $100,000. For every $100,000 I would have had in the markets, I would have been up $30,000. You see what I'm saying? And that's a factor of 3. Yeah, I got regrets of that, but it allowed me to sleep at night. And sleeping at night is better for me than trying to maximize my returns. I like to be able to go night night. What else we got here? They wish they traveled more. Okay. They wish they had a hobby, and they wish they would have taken better care of the health. All right, health. So we'll follow that guy's YouTube channel, and let me hear what you're thinking is. I'd love to hear your thoughts. God bless. And don't forget to fondle the like button. We'll see you.